Hey gang, it's RoboFuzz. Got Ranger with me. We're heading out on this rainy day to go pick up a project for the channel I'm really excited about, so stay tuned. While you enjoy a time lapse of me and Ranger traveling to pick up our project Bantam T3-C trailer, let me give you a brief history of these trailers. During World War II, the American Bantam Car Company was one of the original developers of the military Jeep and its matching quarter-ton trailer, the T3. In 1945, after World War II had ended, Bantam began producing a civilian version of their military trailer and called it the T3-C, the C standing for civilian. While similar in design to the military T3, the T3-C had some different features. There were no military blackout lights or lifting rings. A tailgate was added. It used different reflectors and lighting to comply with civilian road standards, and was often painted in civilian colors rather than olive drab. Marketed as a general-purpose utility trailer, the T3-C was sold for use on farms and for hunters, campers, and general hauling. It was often sold through Willys Overland dealers as a companion to the post-war CJ Jeeps. The T3-C remains popular and is appreciated for its rugged build, historical ties, and ease of restoration. Well, we got the trailer behind us and we're headed back home. Easy pickup. The guy was really nice. It's towing really great. I can't see it in any of the mirrors because it's pretty small. I was the victim of theft on the way back. Hadn't eaten all day and stopped at Taco Cabana in Seguin, Texas. So I went inside and got myself a couple of chicken fajita tacos. As I was coming out to the truck, a couple stopped me, and the gentleman is a Army veteran, and he recognized the type of trailer this is, and talked about how he used to tow these back in his days in the Army. And we talked for about 5 minutes. And while we were talking, I had put my tacos in the bag on the passenger seat of the truck. When I said goodbye to those nice folks, I turned around to get back in the truck and realized that my buddy here had eaten both of my tacos and most of the bag. So he's in the back now sleeping it off. It's hard to get good help these days. All right, it's been about 3 weeks since we got back with the trailer, and just gonna do a quick walk around now that we've got it out in the daylight. So here's the Bantam T3-C that I purchased. Got Ranger in the back. He's just being my buddy today, going along for the ride. So let's just start at the front. So the Bantam T3 came with a pintle hitch, and the T3-C, the civilian version, came with a receiver, a regular receiver. I think it was 1 7/8. This one has been converted to a 2-inch ball. I'm not a huge fan of this type of hitch, so I would guess I'm going to end up replacing this. The trailer tongue has been modified, so this should come out to about here. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I mean, it seems to be pretty solidly welded, and I'm assuming somebody had a box or carried the spare tire or something on there. But that's, I think I'm going to end up redoing this entire thing. Also, it's got this landing leg that swings down. Not a big fan of that, so I'll probably replace that with one that cranks up and down. I'm probably going to end up redoing the wiring. Probably do a 7-pin harness, because I do want to have a box here, possibly with a battery in it for when I'm camping. So that's the ultimate goal of this, is to turn it into a camping trailer, sort of an overland rig. The previous owner said that he had converted this to the 5 by 4.5 bolt circle. I'm not exactly sure how that was done. So when we jack the trailer up to check the bearings, we'll check on that, make sure that's the case. If that's the case, that opens up some good possibilities for wheels and tires. Overall, it's in pretty decent shape. I mean, this thing was made in the late 40s. It does have some rust through in a couple places in the bed. The good thing about these trailers is that there are still parts available, and there's a company, at least one, that makes reproduction parts for these. But for the time being, I'm just interested in getting this thing up and running. Make it safe, make it so the hitch is good shape. Make sure the tires and bearings and everything are good to go. And then we'll start converting it. So kind of what I'm thinking is I've already ordered some brackets that will allow me to mount a rooftop tent, mount a rack on this with a rooftop tent. And then I think I'd like to eventually have some sort of cover, probably go with canvas to start. This is going to be a project that is done in phases. So yeah, I'd like some kind of cover, and then the tent. I don't want the tent really high because I don't want to mess up the center of gravity on this because it is pretty light. I think it weighs about 500 pounds total. Probably redo the lights. These are not the lights that came with it, and you can see some of the wiring with wire nuts. So these are some kind of trailer wiring or trailer lights that were done at some point. So I'm probably going to replace all that. But yeah, the frame seems to be in good shape. As far as the tongue, again, this has been pretty heavily modified, and the company I was speaking of makes reproduction frame rails, and these bolt into angled brackets underneath the tub here. So I may just start fresh with some new frame rails for the front, and then modify that from a clean slate. There we go. So that's the trailer, and stay tuned to the channel, and we'll see where we go with this. Hey Ranger, you think everybody should like and subscribe, right?